live from United Nations headquarters in New York City. We have a special report today. A friend came all the way from Argentina. Hi, Pedro.
Hi, Nishat.
How are you doing?
Fine, we're very happy to be with you today.
Thank you for coming all the way. And recently we have all this news about the economic status in Argentina and the involvement of International Monetary Fund. So what have been happening in your country?
Well, actually, we changed our government in 2015, in the end of 2015, and with that, economic changes came. At first, it was new president, new economic staff, new ideas, and so we thought it was going to be an easy task to get through it and through some bad years of bad administration. But in the mid 2018, we started getting involved in a crisis. We have our money is too closely related with the dollar, the United States dollar, and so the dollar started raising. Our money started losing power. So we suddenly things happened, and something that was going to be like an economic boom started to slow down, and we suddenly woke up in a country in the middle of an economic crisis, or at the doors of an economic crisis. So I think that the government was really good and find out the way to solve it.
So it's getting better.
So it's now starting to get better. We have an agreement with the IMF, and that agreement gives enough money to the Argentinian country in order to sustain and to go through all the social stuff and all the stuff that Argentinian people need. We live in a country with around 30% of people living in poverty. So you need money and you need resources in order to make people get out of poverty. And that was the main idea when this new government came. So the economic crisis started, and investment and things started to become worse.
And as a youth advocate and a lawyer in Argentina, how you think the young people were affected by this economic change?
Well, the first thing there was that all the youth were happy with this new government, because we thought it was going to be an opportunity for entrepreneurs and for youth people to start our own business, to start working. And when we find our country connected with the world, and a world that started to be in a little crisis, it became to be difficult. Now in Argentina it's difficult to find a job. It's difficult for youth to involve themselves and to form their own economy and to, things youth want to do. We want to live alone, we want to study, we want to work, we want to have our own money.
Like entrepreneurship.
Yes, and in a country with a crisis, it's difficult. But the government is doing good stuff in order to solve that. I think we're going to have a very good year this year. It's going to be a good year for Argentina, because nevertheless, all the economic crisis, investment are coming. We are having investment in renewable energy. That's very, very good for Argentina and for the world. And I think that's an opportunity for jobs and for youth people to get involved.
Yeah, because just now there is the South-South event in Argentina, so there all the developing countries are discussing how to bring more business in the countries.
Yes, our country has the opportunity, a big, enormous opportunity in renewable energy.
Yes.
And the actual government is making a big effort in that. And so if we can solve this economic thing inside our country, I think we'll have a great opportunity to become the country we used to be, 30 or 40 years ago, when our country was a powerful country in South America, in economic terms, no?
So there is hope.
Yeah, of course, there's always hope, and we are a country we have 40-45% of youth people in our country. Most of the kids go to school, they learn 2 languages. You will find a lot of Argentinian guys that speak Spanish and also speak English or Portuguese. They are the languages that are around our country. And everybody is having a little hope that we can be better. Yes.
That's awesome. One more question, because there's so much talk about Venezuela right now, and a lot of the people are, escaping the country, and some of them also in Argentina. So how is your country handling this refugee crisis?
Well, Nishat, that question I have to divide in two answers. First, our country was the first country to say no to Maduro's regime. Okay. In 2015, during a presidential debate, the now president, the man that was candidate for the president, now president, he said he was going to be tough with Maduro regime, and with the thing happened, with the humanitarian crisis. He was the first one to call it a humanitarian crisis. Then when he started in office, the Argentinian government developed a protocol to receive all the people from Venezuela, and we are having a big migration of very, very interesting people from Venezuela, workers, people that have university titles, so they are professionals, they are engineers, they are doctors. They want to work, they want to develop their own economy, but most of all, they want to go back to Venezuela. And that's the other part of the question. We have to solve it in a humanitarian way. All the countries of South America together. When I was young, Venezuela was a rich country. Yeah. Venezuela was a country everybody wanted to go to. And now there's a country with no food, with no energy, and with Venezuelans fighting against Venezuelans. So we in Argentina, we open our arms to all people in Venezuela to come to our country, to develop their own life, but then to help them go back to the country, because people want to go back. Yes. Just to end this and not to be so long, you find people that they are all alone there, and their family are still in Caracas, are still in Venezuela. Wow. So that's tough.
Thank you for joining us today. I'm Nishat Mirza from Turkish Journal.
Thank you, Nishat. I'm Pedro Puerta from Argentina, and I'm happy, muy contento de estar aquí hoy.